back, everyone. Thank you again for tuning in for my next San Diego Comic-Con 2015 exclusive review. And this is one I am sure you are all excited to see and all excited to hear about a little surprise I have for those of you who weren't on my Facebook page and now will probably be following my Facebook page for the coming week. But I will save that surprise for the end. Let's take a closer look at the Star Wars The Black Series by Hasbro First Order Stormtrooper. Now this is the one that has been insane to get. I think this is the most popular Star Wars exclusive that has come out for years. Of course, due to the fact that The Force Awakens will be coming out at the end of the year, this is the first Force Awakens action figure we have from just about any line. And I waited in line with a bunch of friends, Martin, Matt, Juan, Izzy, whoever else. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting you guys, but we camped out from Wednesday night at around 7 o'clock to Thursday morning at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock when the doors opened for San Diego Comic-Con. We camped out the entire night and we were the first in the door. We were probably the first wave of customers in the morning at Hasbro, and we were able to get our Star Wars The Black Series First Order Stormtrooper action figure. So taking a look at the packaging, as we see, we have a image of the trooper. This is the new trooper. It kind of looks like the old Stormtrooper, so I was a little worried at that. But yeah, it is the new Stormtrooper. We have the Star Wars The Black Series display, or the logo at the top, and just the warning hazards at the bottom. Now a lot of people are saying, oh, it's just the packaging that is different, we'll get this Stormtrooper later. Yeah, we will, but I really love this packaging, so I'm really happy to have this. Taking a look at the side, I actually never realized what this had, so I'm going to read it along with you all. Shock troopers clad in white armor first appeared on the galactic stage during the opening battles of the Clone Wars. Clone Trooper armor became iconic almost immediately. Its stark white design stood for hope that peace and stability might be restored to a galaxy at war. But this dream... Okay, I'm not going to read the rest, sorry. So I'll just let you all pause all that, if you want to pause that part as well. And then pause that part as well. I don't even remember seeing this in any of the early release images, but no big deal. It's nothing too much going on there. On the back we just have what seems to be kind of like a vented design, and the bottom, First Order Stormtrooper, which says it includes the figure, 2 accessories, and a booklet, and of course it's the legal whatnot mumbo jumbo and Disney and Hasbro. And in the bottom we have the wraparound of the trooper with a black side instead of a white, with the New Empire or the New Order logo. So taking this sleeve off, here we have in all its glory the First Order Stormtrooper. And it's a really cool design, just very simple. There is no window, so you can put your hand right through it. We do have the logo at the top here, the Star Wars Black Series logo, the trooper here, and the 2 weapons there. Let me get a closer look at that from top to bottom. There we go. And there we have the front of this display. Let me flip it around and see what's on the sides. Nothing over here, just the display, an image of the trooper. And the back, here we have the booklet. So let me take that out and we'll go through it. And at the bottom it actually says, evolution of the Stormtrooper. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen these reviews from like Yakface, Yoda's News, Rebel Scum and everyone. But for the sake of my review, I'll go through it as well. So it's like a flip book, you open it up, has these very confusing designs, a blank page, and then here we have the Phase 1 Clone Trooper, where we have a side image here, we have images of the backpack or the back portion, the back utility belt, and the side of the utility belt with a little bio here. Here we have a transparent sheet which shows the weapons he uses, as well as a blueprint of what different parts of him says, like comlink antenna here, blaster, glove, this and that. And then you flip this up and you see just the front view of the Clone Trooper. And then moving on, we have the Phase 2 Clone Trooper, which again, everything's the same layout. Lift that up and you get just the front view. Moving forward, we have the Imperial Stormtrooper, which is number 3 in the evolution. Again, nothing different, all the same layout and design. And then we have the First Order Stormtrooper, which is the number 4, or part 4 in the evolution. And here we actually see this huge blaster. What's this thing called? Oh, everything is classified. So everything here is classified, and we don't know what is. So of course, probably for the movie, we probably won't find out for another while. And again, just the image. And then looking back, we have just blank pages, which, you know, if people want to write things, I wouldn't want to ruin it. So that's pretty cool, and that slides right in. So let's get this figure out of the packaging and take a closer look at the First Order Stormtrooper. Alrighty, so here we have the Trooper out of the packaging, and this thing is just really freaking cool. You know, just like the Phase 1 Clone Trooper and the Commander Cody we have, which he has the Phase 2 Clone Trooper armor, and then the Stormtrooper armor. You know, all of it is just very unique, very similar, but there are some significant differences too that do make it stand out from one another. And let me bring in the other 2 troopers that I have. I'm not going to bring in the Phase 2 Trooper, which the only Phase 2 armor we have so far in terms of the Clone Trooper armor is the Commander Cody. So we don't really have a look of a blank Phase 2 Clone Trooper to compare with, you know, the blank rest of the troopers we have. So as you can see, all of them do stand approximately the same height, maybe just millimeters off of one another. There really is no big difference. And as you can tell, they are all very similar. The basic, I guess, template of these would be the same. Of course, the helmets are the biggest difference. The shoulder armors, if you can see, are kind of like the Clone Trooper. They're more sleek and less bulky. The top part, the chest plate armor, is a little bit smaller than the others. If you can see that, I'm not sure if you can see the cod piece, they're all very similar. The new Trooper, I think, is, a lot of people say, more bulky. I think they maybe look a little bit more buff in terms of, I don't know, Clone or Trooper armor looking. They kind of look more like linebackers if you were to compare them to football teams, or football players, I should say. And I played football for 8 years, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. Looking at the arms as well, the pieces are, you know, the same. We have the upper bicep piece, the shoulder piece, the forearm piece, and the wrist pieces. All of them have the separate chest. They all have the utility belt, and the legs are also very similar. You know, we have the separate thigh, knee, and shin, calf, and feet. Though the regular Stormtrooper doesn't really have knee pads. They're just kind of part of the thigh and calf or shin armor. But anyway, so let's get a closer look and a focus look on the new Trooper. And if that guy doesn't stick, sorry, I had used sticky tacks before to make those guys stick before I had a new shelf for them. So let's get a closer look of this guy. Overall, you know, from a distance, it looks really nice. And let me get that, can't bend my camera too far down, so let me get the feet in there. But, you know, there are definitely some paint errors and paint misses that I was kind of hoping weren't really there. But I guess it's just something Hasbro hasn't been able to avoid in almost any of their figures. But nonetheless, let's get a closer look at the paint. So overall, the paint on the helmet, you can already see, you know, the little black spot there. Some of where the eyes are, they're not very clean. It's a little bit off, like all around, almost all around. The face is kind of okay, and I'm kind of looking through the camera and at the same time looking at it. So if I miss a few things, I'm sorry about that. Few things, you know, overall the white is mostly good, just all the black apps like here as well. I can get that. It's not very clean, you know, they all look like different sizes here, and it looks like it's slanted, so that's not, you know, very cool to have. Let me get this blaster off. Let's see where else. I know I saw a few of them earlier, but you know, oh, and here we go on the thighs. That's where we had, if you can catch that in the video. But just a whole bunch of black, like splash or splatter marks, some gray here and there, and the back of the legs as well. So, you know, it's nothing too crazy. If you want to be nitpicky about it, you know, I am kind of nitpicky just because these are things that shouldn't really be happening. You know, I don't know why there's so much splatter of the black paint, which just doesn't really make sense, but you know, no big deal. Let's take a look at the accessories as well. So we have here the very small blaster pistol that comes with it. If I can get that into focus, come on, there we go. So as you can see, you know, it's the mix of the white and black colors, and both sides are the same. You know, very nice. There are again some paint splatters here and there, so nothing too crazy to worry about. And as you saw on the figure, there is this little peg stand that you can clip it into the thigh, and the larger blaster does have it as well on this side. Here we go. So the blasters are somewhat similar to the original trilogy blasters that we had seen before in the Stormtroopers. But you know, they have a few better things. They have the scope and the different colors. I really love the black and white colors on the blasters too. It looks really nice going or matching with the trooper armor overall. So that's really cool to see that. And then just to show you here on the thigh, we do have the peg hole, and you can only plug one of them in at a time, but as you can see, it just plugs in right there. Or you can take that off and put the pistol in. There we go. So yeah, and it's kind of like a RoboCop look to it, just on the thigh, and you can just slide the other blaster in the hand. And as you saw earlier too, you are able to get a good pose with him holding even the small blaster with both hands, you know, getting that stand posed look on there. Let me get that backed up. So let's get a look at the articulation here. The head, we do have a nice swivel, very nice movement in there. Does look down quite a bit and looks back straight up. We do have a nice ab crunch as well, goes nice far back and forth. We do have an upper ab swivel, and you know, can move pretty far back. Nothing else at the waist. The arms do go out quite a bit and twist all the way around. We have the twist at the elbow and single joint, I believe. Yeah, just single joint at the elbow, and the wrists do twist as well with a little bit of in and out action. The thighs do go forward and back and in and out too. The utility belt does hinder it a little bit, but nothing too crazy, and we do have a twist at the upper thigh. The knees are double jointed as usual. I really love that. And in the feet or the ankles, we do have the same pivot pivot this way and the front and back, as well as somewhat of a twist. It's more of the pivot that just kind of to give it the awkward turnaround. And overall, looking at the rest of the accessories, if that's what you want to call it, we have the utility belt that is pretty similar to the rest. We still have the back, this little area or the canister that hangs on the back. And you know, overall, as we saw in a lot of the, or from Star Wars Celebration, if you check out my album too, it's exactly what we will see in the costume from the film. So that's really good to note. No major differences or nothing really missing, unless there's some, you know, very minor details, but everything does look good to me. And let me get the box back real quick to show you how you can put this guy back, if I can get him to stand up again. Let's see here, where was it? Here we go. So I know some people were wondering if they can, you know, keep him in the box, and you basically can. You just kind of slide him back in here and he stays. He's the perfect size for it. The blaster might be not as well, just because it's not, you know, S30, so if you kind of lean it like that. So you can still display him in that, and you'll have to worry about all the wires or like little strings that hold him in, so you can take him out as you please, and it still looks great. You know, it's a great addition or great display piece to have. So as I mentioned, I do have a surprise for everyone. Get that out of the way. And I did get a second Trooper at Comic-Con. So, in all its glory, there we go. We have the second one. It's been unopened, you know, untouched, basically, except right now. And I want to do a contest for this because I've had so many people ask me for it, and I really just can't choose one person. And I'm not going to sell it because I'm not greedy like that. I mean, what's one figure going to make for me, really? So, I'm going to have this contest run until, I want to say, Sunday night. Sunday at midnight is the, you know, cutoff or deadline for you to enter, and I'm not going to announce any details in the video all I'm gonna say is follow the link at the bottom. Actually, no, you know what? I will announce a few things. The part of the entries will be through Facebook and YouTube, and you will have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will give you 1 entry. You will have to comment on this video. That will be 2 entries. And then on my Facebook page, I will have a contest post. I already have the contest post for the NECA Predators, but I will make another one that may or may not be pinned. I'll have to figure it out. But you'll have to like my Facebook page, comment and share and like the post of this specific contest for the Trooper. So that gives you what, let's see, 2 on YouTube and then 3 on Facebook. I'm not counting the liking my page on Facebook as an entry, just because, you know, that's kind of your entry to the entries for that. So just those 4 or 5 easy steps will get you 5 entries. I should have some bonus entry days and times during the week, so be on the lookout. And good luck to all. You know, thank you all for the support. So this is like a thank you, and thank you all for following. I did reach my goal before Comic-Con, went up to 600 likes. So who knows, maybe this will get me to 1,000. I don't know, but for all those who have supported me, thank you. And good luck to all. Thank you for watching, and I will have plenty more Comic-Con exclusive videos on the way. So be on the lookout. And once again, good luck to all. Thank you.